mami wa young one. Ebisana majawasi yao. Ajia Yesu mama brava sisa. Ena tumuona kwa. Mami wa young way. Ebisana majawasi yao. Ajia Yesu mama brava sisa. Ena tumuona Akaka krabi na usu sipita ina mi wa mrembo pia Baumia mami wa yongwa ebisana majawasi yao ajia Yesu mama brava sisa ena tumuona kwa Mami wa young way. Every son of my trust you. Me share yes mama brother sister. Na tomorrow. Everybody want Rambo Bia. Everyone guys. Ina me want Rambo Bia. Akaka krabi want Rambo Bia. Akaka krabi na usu sipi sita. Ina me want Rambo Bia. Yana misu nizad. Obakufu
And I don't pay me church will be as Jidis or body other room in I young way. Dr. Ren Misso, me way, Metia Papa. Messer, where did you uba no was share a year video no na a year a from so any biashe. Now woman somewhere. Air cost so ever on my garden. Mamma, yeah, my menma omutie me, ewo Apple 68 FM, ewo multi TV so ewo Ghana. Me mamu nyina mo akwaba, ye ma menu nyina na me mamu akwaba. Me mamu aha ana machi, me mamu machi. Machi, that is the correct one. Me ma obi bia machi a wo hwe me ewo multi TV so Apple 68 FM. Bichiecha mu nyina. Ye mbo jimedie no hu dewru ne ndu achi. And I am come on, a Ghana Police Service. Makachara said Ghana Police no is a service and not a force. And your forces, a service. They are there to serve the people's interest and not their own selfish, greedy interest. And indeed, the Ghana Police Service is there to uphold the law and not to disrespect the law. Mesewa. And any eda kanya wo hwe me video wa mesere we ni die mu a oba no abomoni ana wa share. Any uncommon no ebefa IGP Dampare. Yes, he is the Inspector General of Police for the Ghana Police Service. Young Common is going to be centered on the IGP. And in Timesha wa oba any die mu a just share the video for people to know se emranwa IGP ese upholding no na emra no ye hwam na ye akono kama no the duty and the responsibility as the Inspector General of the Police to uphold the laws of the country. The Yebusa say eno na IGP wo ye ana. They be ameka say for me you know there when politicians act a friend is saying quote and unquote, stupidly, I can understand. But when professionals allow themselves to be a vehicle or a pudil to be used by politicians, then I have a problem. Because as a professional, you have to act professionally. Yam fan say obi ye nurse and now doctor, or the enka doctor. Now operation room, and I'm so professionally trained medical doctor. Now operate obi and now surgery. I will be home. Now mistake. That mistake can cause the life of the person. And then as a professional doctor, no, one fan juma eniagro and one yen juma biara. He acts as a friend is saying, a professional on the field of a juma. They can't medical doctors. And it is or a medical doctor who free no kwa. He is guided by the principle of Nejuma. So a juma no one year obi betimi ahwe ne nkwa. A precious life e betimi ay de elusi nipa. Ana nipa abra bonso enye chacha na yakasi di agro. Eno ntina medical doctor a field profession no it pays so much because it deals with the life of a human being. And people do not want to die. Everybody wants to live long. Eno ntina se obi efatu no so a medical doctor na djuma no ye chia ne ka ema na ketua no kwa nim as in most of the profession because it has to do with the lives of people. Yeah, equally the lives of a friend is saying Ghana a kronwa etimino. Yeah, the arms of government, the executive, the legislature, the judiciary. The police service is there to act as the check and balance to all these three. And until the police are to uphold the law of the country. And by upholding the law, it means that the police has to respect the constitution of Ghana. They also have to respect your friend said the judicial services of the country. Now the question is that what we are seeing in Ghana? Your police service, do they respect us as a people? These are the questions that we need to ask. We need to ask ourselves, say, the police service are a wohono. Womu ebo mebuno ehun ban anaso womu ji womu abrabo ene womu ban bono ese womu hweso emaye no womu de di yagro anase womu yusu eye emra no editia eye ekromafo. You see, Face the Country freedom fighters yebaye ye share ye dwumadi ase. We've had our own challenges. We have our own faults and mistakes. But for the greater good of the nation, we have not stopped what we are doing. And we've been asking people to come on board to preach the love of Ghana, to understand why there is the need for us to develop our country. And don't hear the Kobe by a friend who Fix the Country. Freedom fighters happen to be the voice of Fix the Country because ye tai di ejuma ewo in 10 times. And manipa bebre ebehwe edwumadi no. Enra ye court. Ya nim the story of Yenua Oliver Baka Voma. Enra ye kodu court e grantee Oliver bail. Se court e grantee bail a owonioma court no e outline ma say se wutimi diso na yetimi eja wo ma wo ko fie. Na wo mu anu a na a friend is saying yama waba. Se especially se court mrano and answer bail no say order no final decision no say ewo mu say say a friend say wo sign bond and no de ewo mu a wo be call police what the one kwa kire say minie min call baby a we wo krum ha na so be call baby mpo no a wo to police for nkra say nti we wo djimedie bi say nti we de mo fan fam me e bia me ntimi mba but me lawyer baba be sima dem ni nyina nso ewo ne mra ni mu enra ye call police a friend is ye Oliver Free Police Station, a Ashaman District Police, a police station, Ashaman, or and then call yes, a High Court, and a High Court. Etne moon wumdi asem say, Womran someone IGP Dampare, and someone wake guya Oliver Barker Voma, a convener of the Fix the Country, no. Womusu say, and someone wama kwatu yenu sono, Sebio per the judge no, and was seminal, Nyan Sabi Papa Enim, Yanasu and him, and into a bon some negu, and into young granty yenu Oliver Bay. The court can't, Court can't ye prepare penny a shas ya registrar of the court. A year Face the Country conveners, your lawyers a kukudam. Ye o mampini lawyer, a D nimu, Emma Oliver. Ye dear Sasha and Kratas, yes, in San Yetin Timbi, Bia, a share, yes, at the court, the two Dano, ye dealing in so, and the internet just said, about 1 p.m. dear, let us say, I be ye, as a court. Amaya who kind said, Oliver, our a bang cabemo, a bang a man who kind won't coffee, won't go dinner yeri, a biane. Igp Dampare si wonte da se court si yenjai eye Oliver Dinibuafu ni koku apai eni ti se ne tie bia court aka de or no Igp Dampare be famra na shanisem and he will have his way. Igp Dampare ti enra ye the Oliver sa koto afiase e wa Shanman police station court e granting bail. Igp si wono de obe demra no wono Igp no so wono no ya above the law yenti ameka sa. This so-called IGP Dampare, say court, a high court, and not just modua court, and your magistrate court, and your district court, where ye high court of the land, and the sea and grant one map a year what granted Oliver Bill. And so Dampare said there be 1 penny. He Dampare said, well, no, instead of abiding by the laws, I high court akan IGP Dampare so no de be da 1 penny. IGP, me can be chere wo yale. Tienie, me nka say wo yare o. Me say wo yale. Jama bibi jejew, ana bibi yew. And we will tell you as it is because nobody is afraid of you. Wo ba ye freedom fighters. Ye ne di jagu aye opon wanu trimuana. Aye kodum penfu anim ana Kufuado His Excellency who say somewhere ye kanu nyan sabum enunti obomodena ma aye a friend say opon wanu former IGP efri akonya so ana wo unya akwanya baaye ni yesusu say nka wo de wanya akwanya awaba no wo de mra ba ye adwuma sa na ye 9-day wonder ye hunu ye se wo di traffic mu ye hunu ye say IGP we di won ma okoba bia woto ne bo ase wondi onya te say those IGP sa mo kwa no mo de siren no mo nam krom no mo ye dede we di wotimi di traffic mu sa na ni nyina for 1 night ana na wo ye it's just a 9-day wonder because after the 9 days no ye hunu say you are and no man na here factor esese wo ye no as an IGP no enya no na wo ye we see share the video Enya eno ana wo ye. Ni senti na court agranti will be bail. Na wo IGP Dampare so de tintina twan. Wo de ye nua abrantia no wo de ne be hye eye afiase. Because court we are above the law. Wo IGP no we are above the law. I thought to say you had conscience. I thought to say you respect the rule of law. I thought to say you respect the engagement of the court proceedings. I thought Sebio, yenya IGP be or say he's a born again. Na na no kra na meteto na ete metesi obi say sa IGP wempo ana eye honorable Kennedy Japan say wonim obi a wokum eye a friend say JB Dankwa ana mantini ye dia mo fanchem ba bibi sa na mete wo maso me hu video no enti wana me bob bring am say anya papa we kra no sa na eye pentimamento apetition on your original ya petition I didn't sue a frame no the free nzima the free a friend say asankregwa the free voter region the free aya oboasia ya didn't sue a frame no a wo di jatumu ayenso sa petition ni bi na Dampare tie is just doing the bidding of the political apprentice. Nobody has a problem, but you should not disrespect the laws of the country. I have said to say a country without laws is like a jungle. Ghana is not a jungle. And yes, any panel abided by the rules of engagement. The rules of law, no, I see your money, the entire nipatuntum a pabruchre, and debia a passia babruch. Apart from see a by Benya Juma Ayeno, and yet the rule of law, a year Juma Maye. People fought for the rule of law. People died for the rule of law. People died for the independence of Ghana. People laid their lives. Yeah, Papa no become we be Igp so Papa become. Yeah, maybe na Kwame Nkrumah no ka ho. Onu krampo di onu kra no gina mu e ka kire say at long last the battle has ended. Ghana, the beloved country, is free forever. No knowing say what country is free forever. Ni e benya Igp Dampare a wonya onfamra nya adwuma. Unrespected the laws of the country. And it is a sham. Now who Igp no? Me suku sakusa de ma. And I'm telling you honestly. Me suku sakusa ma uma enum na omu free wo hwe mu aba wiase no. Me suku sakusa de ma wo. And I'm being serious here. Yes. Me say the wiase no, the nipa duan wonu an wo twa wo Igp Dampare tie nie. And na the se bia wo aban mu o. And na the one Inspector General of Police. Ya nya no. Me ye nya abusuafo bi a wo mo ye Igp coffee mu omu free nzema wo be di ye Igp ni bi. Nti anim de ye ka. Ye suku sekusa de ma wo ne wo ba ene wo abusua. Say na wo be kono a ye suku sekusa de ma. Because wo man de anya wo 50 years plus. Anya wo man no obi be 20 years, ebi be 30 years, ebi be 25. Anya emre bi be do a we are going to ensure say Ghana for no freedom fighters to face the country, no. We are going to sponsor a lot of them. Amoma attaining the highest of education. Some of them will be judges, some of them will be lawyers. Na yefunya will not be being kamuba. Na ubabi entia merebi. Igp kaubano. So we obeba wa minima be swegu. So say utimu identity and wobre. Yai yisuku seko sadima woma. Yes. Because utimu yesum and utimu yetene. Instead of being a professional, you have had your voice and become a political party member. Minim the biarada. Sasana Igp MPP member. Oh, ye card bearer member. Minim. So ye my member. Because per enyama wuye time and a bong uba brochile UK abisunyadian. Is that how the law works? Uba UK ametik UK ano. Is that how the law works? Igp. What do you say? You have no respect for the law. Uya no akwese kire wa. Now, person will be able to as if we say, with your wood dog, and yet will mind Ghana. Look, a country where laws do not work, it's not fit to be called a country. The reason why I brought you don't in an say, red means stop, and to you do what red means they stop. Because one stop, no more, you will take it. Now, no, now, obey your friend say, Director General, MTTD. Accident be happen with Ghana. You were the researcher, the Director General of Research Department, and so now Igp now accident, you see. We don't check people's background and your mom position. Now can check your background and can kufa and can be on for position in lie. You check your background. So and now MTTD as Director of Research Department and now a friend say accident do one is here and kawunya position and Ghana. Kawa brochan ka position be one kabenya Igp come chere. Kawunya position that because performance no you perform poorly. What one are we a director our MTTD so accident is senior CSCN ye nim near man to say how the go akwem and I mean say still I see and this who free one had be Igp and also we are born again no knowing say what da no who Facebook guru and I'm now and I'm no kura ababi minim aba no a police for kura minim de ewombu no mu kura baby no me de nam say ye dey o say den o me de nan nam sa ehu nya jesenya nse bi ani meanwhile Igp so obese boot Obesempoboa kaya ye ne matompoboa de ma Igp kaya ye ne tompoboa de ma so wo Igp wo be se atade a yenya ye ti akwantuo ye foreign remittance ye de ba over 3.something billion last 2 years ye de ba Ghana yenya sika ne ye de hwe we expect you to what behave ebusia I mean kind sense way enfranchiro I mean breaking it down the story no I need to break it down because and we need to say it as it is without fear or favor. What do you say? We have to be honest and speak truth to power without fear. If the laws of Ghana will work, the Igp has to make sure that he himself, the character, he will put his character in check. Yamba, one by yourself by Igp said, O baby when na nkofo na wa beto mra gu na wa disrespect mra de mechiri wa abrabom ni nipa woni mu mra no wondi mra so eno eye mechiwade honestly me hu kura na me bo from me se nipa no nim no kura no nanso enokura na wonim no one person ode nokura be ya adwuma ja because the wonim papa no anye no twere konkro no se eye bone ma ti wo IGP wonim papa no a wonim mra no se court grant wo bi bail na se bail no wo for Philip bail ni nyina no esi eja no nso wo si wo de wo ncha no wo tirim wo sum wo sen Lucifer wo IGP wo sen Lucifer wo bekọ abonsam gem dampare wo bekọ abonsam gem ti sakira wan sakira wo bekọ abonsam gem wo sunu wo ban no we are dangerous to the state. Who IGP, we are dangerous to the state. Remember? Men shadi bi na men kinka. Ebe maw and someone is see what court ni nyina. Na what tinsem bi ase. Timie. Our attention has been drawn to a recent statement by the Ghana Police Service, which purports to deny the intentional actions taken by the Ghana Police Service in order to frustrate the processing of the bail by the family and legal team of Oliver Baka Vomao. Meba, by the way, to her say, Meba be ready the IGP as a woman and be tum from him and be good Ghana for any mass. And that is why I want all of us to debunk that silly statement that came from the IGP. It is a stupid statement from the IGP. It's a useless statement from the IGP. IGP no Dampare no jale. Unkanchra no. Abuwa beast. Aso bi soro obi. Nyanya mutikromu a mon pesa mo de no kore ebedi mani. Me say IGP ne ma tikromu hopi. Just say be oswo in abetu UK no mo nko biem. Me ayo ya den ya. Na kofo ya 8 years when free so. Kofo ya 8 years when free. Mahama ya Atameos ya when free so. Mahama ni Atameos ya when free. Kofo ado enya 3 years obe free so. IGP umrebedu ube free so wo mati kromu ho. Hey, wunim halalala wo mati kromu ho. Ebe ya de Ghana. Me say dia mo nya ne ye o. Samu kumiye mun kumiye na mun siye na mun siye mpa sane Kwame Nkrumah never dies and asemo odi ma memfa we ne mbra na men kenkan nsem hunu ne nsem fun bi a me wo enra kra me hu ikwa na makoma na me hu ne nsem anka me kam ye video fa wan kan nsem ameka ma da sorry siesie hu ebekwa adwuma ne Ghana fo be di nkomo ansa kro bi anu a me dosin UK free Ghana free wa UK ne toso mi we come kire wo ha na mama bia na yem bibia enso me Ghana me do Ghana fa cheme awone ba sa we every Ghana Police Service wo Dampare wo the Facebook enche no ma choro ene de o ma dane ye friend say Facebook yentie press release police await completion of former bails processes by the court. IGP wo jale nyame betua wo ne wasefo worker for this particular statement. Wo IGP nyame betua wo ka wo ne wasefo nyina for lying to Ghanaians, for knowing the truth and you trying to distort the fact and twist the fact. No nyame betua wo ne wasefo worker. I'm telling you, it's not a threat. I'm just saying it to you because this is full of lies. This is deceit. This is a deceit. Mon cannot correct. Sana mo do apiate and a police near police escort a dick kind of wenim, a dick can enim explosive. Mo can try a day. What do you gain as a leader? What do you gain as an old man? Oh, you have gray in your hair. Who are gray ever so? What do you gain when you lie? What do you gain when you lie to the people that pays you? What do you gain in life? We are kokura eso hunu nyansa. Edum pempen so bi wa brobom a ye ntantro. Because emwa will be and trust sekro edum pempenso IGP and tro enhu ya. You need to be honest to the people. You need to be honest to the people. Who can try it? Dear na benya free to and true. What do you stand to gain when you lie the people that has given you the authority to lead them? What do you gain? Adena sebi when you so jimisa. Adana sebi manyi ni sumu nim nyansa sa mu twa Ghana fon try de kaya ye fo ne tuamuka wo IGP ba uniform a ye kaya ye sika ne taxes a ye tua no ana ye de hwa so why lie to them? Why come and lie to the whole Ghanaian just because you want to please a certain political party? What kind of nonsense is this? I am furious because you are professionals and you have to act professionally. Say Dr. Kwejuma, that's why you're Juma here. Lives are lost. And this IGP one you Juma here. A chrono. Nonsense. And I'm catching myself. I'm catching me redo amodi eno and share me before more because nkwasiafo pa na di kuro. I don't blame Ekufuado. IGP should act wisdom. Because he's a professional. You need to professional work who school. You went to school, no? You attended school to gain knowledge. Knowing something is knowing everything. You went to school to acquire wisdom and knowledge. You have to apply your knowledge that you have acquired. Number one, was it that Ghana Police Service? I told you it's not a force, it's a service. So forcing us and taking our human right away from us, no, it's what? It's uncalled for. They are service. That is why they are servants. That is why they use the word service. It's not a police force, it's a police service. There is nowhere in the world that we have police forces. We have police service. They are there to serve you and I. The Ghana Police Service would like to inform the public that the Tema High Court, presided over by the Justice Daniel Mensah today, 16th March 2022, granted accused Oliver Bakavomawa bail in a sum of 2 million Ghana cedis with 2 sureties. As part of the bail condition, debunk these lies. IGP and then Pamfua, IGP, unless you say born again, IGP now no be say you are born again. When born again, I will transfer. Now no be catch the Ghana for say you IGP will be catch the Ghana for say you are born again. When we born again, I will transfer. Well, see, as part of the condition, the court ordered that one of the sureties should deposit his or her document covering the landed property within the jurisdiction of the court. 2, 3. Pursuant to the orders of the court, the police took the accused person to the court to execute the bail. 4. At the court, the registrar informed the police that he had submitted the documents. At the court, the registrar informed the police that he had submitted the documents presented by the sureties to the Lands Commission for verification, and he was therefore unable to proceed with the execution of the bill until a response was received from the Lands Commission. This is funny. This is stupidity. This is absurdity. This is something that, I mean, is ill thought, ill. Unless you are evil, unless you are like a Dampare who wants to propagate an agenda of evil to his own fellow Ghanaian. Unless you're an IGP Dampare, by name Dampare, that is when you propagate such evil deeds. Consequently, the accused person was taken back into custody to await the completion of all bail process by the High Court registrar. It's a big lie, a very big fat lie. We wish to point out the accused person was granted court bail, and therefore the execution of the bail is dependent on the court and not the police. You see the way IGP. This is where knowledge, he lacks it. This is where he lacks the knowledge. Here, he lacks the knowledge. Let me take my time and explain the reason why the IGP Dampare lacks the knowledge here. We wish to point out that the accused person was granted court bail, and therefore the execution of the bail is dependent on the court and not the police. If it is dependent on the court registrar was satisfied with everything. So if it was dependent on the court, per the registrar's report to us, he was satisfied. with everything you did back, a friend is saying, a bill, no, and someone not bill. The registrar of the court was satisfied. So why then did you still took Oliver to Ashaiman cells, police station? Why? You see, you lack knowledge, IGP. You think you can write gibberish. You think you can just spew non-sensitivity and that people will not reason through what you wrote. IGP. You think you can just, write chaff. You can just write anything because you are talking about a registrar. Do you know what a registrar told us about you, IGP? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know what your own police people were saying at the premises of the court? Do you know? Have you been told? What kind of this non-sensitivity is this? What kind of this behavior? This is childish. This is pettiness coming from you, IGP. I was not expecting you to behave like this. I was never expecting you to stood so low to this level. Oh, yes. And I have to be blunt and, frank with you. Blunt and frank with you. You are just one of those empty vessels whose agenda is not to help the country grow. And that is the gospel truth. From a professional. And again, a doctor, this is the same thing. And as I speak to you now, Oliver embarked on a hunger strike last night in his ill health. Look at what is happening. And then IGP would free Oliver back of Omawa because of a Voltaire, because of Revolta region. Or ya Igbenin, would you are chimney as a Santini? Would you feel say you have the human right to deserve better than Oliver, our year Voltaire? And that is the fact. Who come because you are trying to play the tribe. Me, those kind of people. Me, I believe in Ghana. I am the one that tells everybody, say, Ghana is one country. Our mother's name is Ama Ghana. And that when the 16, but the 16 regions represent the children of Ama Ghana. But when people like this IGP, when they behave like this, there is nothing Oliver Voltaire. It will let us show them where power lies. That is exactly what the IGP is doing. Number 6. We wish to point out to the accused person was granted court bail, and therefore the execution of the bail is dependent on the court and not the police. The accused person, therefore, be released when the court is satisfied. The court was satisfied yesterday. The court was satisfied yesterday. If the court was not satisfied yesterday, they will not grant Oliver bail. The court was satisfied yesterday. And yesterday, the sureties are IGP woken. You're fulfilling it. So the court was satisfied already. So IGP, don't come and chat and spew gibberish. Again, gibberish. Again, nonsense. Don't come and spew it out there. The same thing, Apiate, and there was a police, a friend said convoy, and a deep explosive. Meanwhile, I am phoning a chroma for Antessa. Liars. You people, what you are sowing, your children will reap it. The accused person will therefore be released when the court is satisfied at the bail condition when the court is satisfied that the bail conditions have been met, have been duly met. That is coming from the IGP. Now, they are shifting the blame on the High Court. You see, IGP is not responsible. He's an irresponsible man. He's shifting the blame to the High Court because he knows that he's an irresponsible man. That is how irresponsible people behave. And Ghana, the leaders, most of them are irresponsible. When matters come and instead of them to admit their responsibilities, then they shift blame on people. These are irresponsible people. And that is the reason why Africa is not moving forward. Because we have so many irresponsible fathers leading the nation. And because they do not take up responsibilities, we will not go anywhere. They are full of lies and deceit. And that is why I'm here this morning, taking the precious time of mine to educate you. So this IGP is an irresponsible man. He should take responsibility. But rather, he's shifting the blame onto the High Court. High Court ni yene jumanra. Ano man, ya grantee bail. The enemy said, somebody Oliver Tumkozi 29th March. near that district court, I was Simon. Because a Simon judge, any woman agree so that the Oliver bet 2 weeks. That is what the IGP is doing. He's an irresponsible old man. I nearly used a certain word, but I won't use it. I've tried all I can. But it's sad. Into us. We therefore, listen here. I don't shame me. We therefore urge individuals who are unfamiliar with these legal processes to take note and be circumspect with the comment on these matters. Who should be circumspect here? When you take people's life, people's freedom away from them, were you circumspect? When you do not uphold the laws of the country, were you circumspect? Nonsense. Nonsense to whoever wrote this under the auspices of the IGP. This is stupidity. This is nonsense. Muvianmaka said, "Anamu to UK, do you disrespect the police?" Nobody disrespect police in UK because they will not, come out with this stupidity. They don't. They behave as human beings. You are there to uphold the law. You are a servant of the people. You do not come and aid to become a partner to the IGP to ensure, say, Yenuya Oliver, free. Sign, Superintendent Alexander Kweku Obeng, Director Public Affairs, Mutrisuno Mapampaso. God will punish you people. Now let me read your response to these lies, these 8 bulletin points of the IGP. Any or this man, your friend is a public affairs officer. Some more. Once some of Subaya, when I'm born again. When born again, Empony. When I'm a sum Empony, and the Namobaya for. So now let me come back to the attention that was drawn by what I read to you from the police service. Now let me go to the nitty-gritty of the points. We note also that the statement does not deny categorically statement. Our attention has been drawn to a recent statement by the Ghana Police Service. That is what I just read to you, which purports to deny their intentional actions taken by the Ghana Police Service in order to frustrate the processing of the bail by the family and legal team of Oliver Barker-Vormawor. 2. We note also that the statement does not deny categorical statement made by Oliver in the presence of several Fix the Country activists that the police have no intention of releasing Oliver yesterday, and that they were waiting for instruction from the IGP, who is the complainant in the case, whether to charge Oliver with a new offense. I told you yesterday. This is what the Igp Dampare sought to do. And exactly that is what he did yesterday. The police have also misleadingly claimed in their statement that they had only returned Oliver to the police station to await the completion of bail process. The truth of the matter, NSA, at 1 p.m. yesterday, formal processes pertaining to the bail had already been concluded at 1 p.m. Remember, court, it closes at 3 p.m. But even the registrar was even willing to even stay till 5 p.m. because the registrar wanted to seek to it to say everything is done. No a paper and self-free, no call. Oliver and Samso, because there's a lot of cases that the High Court has to deal with. The police have also misleadingly claimed in their statement that they had only returned Oliver to the police station to wait the completion of the bail process. The truth of the matter is that at 1 p.m. yesterday, formal processes pertaining to the bail had already been concluded with eminent professors who had come to stand surety for Oliver. Professors came to stand surety for Oliver. Even though the court register closes at 3 p.m., the register even agreed with his lawyers that he was prepared to wait until 5 p.m. to ensure that the process was completed. A good citizen of the land, a good citizen, that is the registrar, was prepared. That story by Dampare, the IGP of Facebook, trying to spew lies to the Ghanaians, say Oliver and the unfulfilling the bail process is a fat lie. And we know what the IGP is capable. Mamau, the incident of Apiati, they went there to lie to the whole nation. Said there was a police, a friend is saying, a convoy, and then a explosive car. It turned out that it was a fat lie. These people, all that they know is deceit and lies. And a deceit and a show mutrimu. Who got an officer and draw any dream thing and woman. A good citizen, the registrar, was prepared, even though time 3 p.m. he was prepared. The registrar was prepared to stay. He or she was prepared to stay till 5 p.m. Yet the police refused to send him back to the court to enable him to sign documents. This prompted Oliver to demand to send back to the cell and to commence his hunger strike. Oliver also indicated to the police that he would no longer receive any visitors, including family or lawyers, until the police begin to show some respect for our democracy by acting as institution guided by law. And I know our brother said these things out of frustration, because when people know the truth, you understand me? To disrespect the court, disrespect the court, Timie. After the media story broke out, say, "Ye babon tini Dr. Ren. Ye say ye babon tini a ye kano. Ye say freedom fighters. Nana said mo. Ye started say Dr. Ren. Me better so ye kano. Then they saw the video. Said no. So mo ba. No mo the document. Be to press release. Be ba. Nama Ghana for you say na ekoso. These people me say. Ye omudia eneno. Omu wa ebusia. Omu ma betwa. Omuma ebe fifia bomba betwa. Wallahi. Allah wallahi. Die omudiano IGP. Die wudiano bomba betwa. This also sound. After the media story broke out, the police led by the Tema regional commander around 6 p.m. tried to save face by taking Oliver to the court premises. Court premises, even though they had already been informed before setting off to the registrar. Before setting off that the registrar had left the court. At the court, they summoned the registrar to return to work, claiming to be working on the orders of the IGP. Registrar ne call him. I no more free registrar ne say wombra. Wombra no beka say the entia yemma Oliver the bail na go through ne say ya afen ye the documents ne call land commission. Na land commission engine to me bisa say IGPA. Emra wochi a friend say eye abronye no mode ne call court mode ne nkrata call lands commission ansa na mugina so ma ne bail muchi bobi ansa no mode ne document e call lands commission ansa na mo ma ne bail be bisa IGPA muchi a friend say Thomas Mensa muchi no mode ne document e call lands commission ansa na mo granting the bail IGPA bisa what is good to the goose is good to the gander be bisa timie Our IGP Nadia, who were ma 5, who were ma 5. I had to be a say a man muntu mukunu mufu, muntu mama, a man on some muntu mupapamufu. At the court, they summoned the registrar to return to work, claiming to be working on the orders of the IGP. Into the mebo IGP Dampare, you know. IGP Dampare, into the mebo nidi. 6. In the presence of our people, they told the registrar to write a letter directed to the Lands Commission. Yenimu and almost a year registrar. The court registrar said, "One trunk grant and Fankoma Lands Commission." Yes, now the police is a force in your service. Instead of them serving us, Timie, instead of them serving us, look at what they were doing. This is what is happening in our presence. Our lawyers, our friends and family, they told the registrar to write a letter directed to the Lands Commission under the pretext that he was verifying the document. This is despite the fact that the document bore the seal of the commission. Already, not documented. Yesi ano. Commissioners in the document ano. And so IGP so amontiano. Ombua di o IGP Dampare. Ombuo bia wo. Sa papa na nim tuntum sa mokuya. Ombuo bia IGP. I respected him. But when ensio tap on Chenia, waji o atame. Me obi anim ha wa me ma IGP fans. Obi anim obi a wo social media crab catch him say Dr. Red. Oh ma IGP fans too much. Now one day you be know. People told him. Man for catch them. In the presence of family and friends and lawyers, so police for say tintin time the register on tape a year document now no fans and from san shame. Hey, a police for and until I said you move ye tan mo bi no tina mu basa na mo ba koso wu basa sama samu suni mo ban ama no kre endi mani mu be koso ye tan oh the way I move mwanga samu to be kukum. Oh, the way I move way a tan. TV. In our presence, they told the registrar to write a letter directed to the Lands Commission under the pretext that he was verifying the document. This is despite the fact that the document bore the seal of the commission. The registrar informed them that that process can take anywhere between 3 days to 1 month. They insisted that he do that. We are appalled by the fact in this age of technological advancement, Ghanaians still must throng the Lands Commission to validate land documents when such basic stuff could be possible with an internet capable device. We deplore the calculated attempts by the Ghana's police service and whatever interest they are acting on behalf of to use the administrative process, which have been intentionally convoluted to frustrate the order of the court and undermines Oliver's right to liberty. If this is a democracy, nothing in the persecution of Oliver confirms it. If this is a democracy, nothing in the persecution of Oliver confirms it. Ghana is not practicing a democracy. We are not practicing democracy. In democracy, the rules of law are allowed to work, irrespective of whoever you are. It is only in Ghana that the rules favors the rich, the elite, the academicians, but it does not favor the poor, the young, the weak. That is the country we live in. We are reminding the police, the IGP, that their days of issuing statements to back their wanton abuse of executive power is over. We know about the Asawase 7 boys. IGP, if you think we have forgotten. Say Jamudi Moni Mahama said, yeah, we forgot. But we want you to know. If you think we have forgotten, we know about the Asawase 7 boys incident. We know of the Tadi 3 girls, the Ejura incident, and how the police completely distorted facts to buy the public sympathy towards their heinous crimes. We know of the deceit and lies of the Apiatse and what the police said. We know the police has completed the course on how to distort and misplace facts. But let it be known to Ghana Police Service. You should strike to serve us with integrity and not this ingenuity. We therefore, as Face the Country conveners, as freedom fighters, demand the release of Oliver now, since he has fulfilled all the court process. We ask the IGP Dampare not to be a poodle, not to be used as a tool to intimidate the Ghanaian. But Lord, let me tell you, IGP, that in this world that we live in, karma always will find one. Karma will always one day will meet you on the way. If you think by your conscience, this is what you were trained to do as a professional, to abuse power and to use it to intimidate the Ghanaian, IGP Dampare, be reminded that whatever a man soweth, so shall he reap. And if you do good, IGP, you do good for yourself. IGP, today you and your sons had breakfast in your comfortable homes. Today, you and your children had breakfast. In the comfort of your homes, you kissed your wife in the comfort of your homes. Your sons are proud of you because you continuously deny Oliver's life to freedom. Your sons hail you that our father is the IGP, Inspector General of Police. Your sons are hailing you in the homes that yes, our father is ensuring that people's sons will not have the liberty to enjoy the freedom that they so deserve. Your sons today are hailing you as a good father. But IGP, let me tell you that to every decision there is consequences. Oh, Mr. IGP Dampare, I will mention your name without any fear or favor. To every decision that you have taken since you became the IGP, since you swore an oath and took the oath of office, be reminded that every decision that you do, you have consequences, and the consequences lies ahead of you, IGP. Let me tell you. I was thinking that your conscience will come alive. I was thinking that you uphold the law. But it seems that you are not there to uphold the law. I hope you have heard the word abuse. I hope you have heard the word abuse. It means there is a use of everything, IGP. Do not abuse your power. For one day, you shall definitely bear the consequences of what you sowed today. And before I leave, consequences are more important than decision. IGP, be guided by this. That consequences are more important than the decisions that you are taking today. IGP, be guided by this. Let it be your breastplate of armor. Read it as a tablet. That consequences are more important than the decisions that you take. Keep this, IGP, until the day you die. Keep this and tell your sons, tell your wife and your sons that they should keep this. This is coming from Dr. Ren. It's an advice, IGP, to you. The consequences are more important than the decision. Today you are taking the decision because you are the Inspector General of Police. You are taking the decision. I am sure the many decisions that Upon Bueno, the former IGP, took when he was in power, he was taking the decisions. He was taking decisions anyhow. But today, be reminded by this noble advice that consequences are more important than the decisions. When you take decisions, you'll be dealt. You will have the decisions to deal with. And I am telling you, IGP, keep this until the day you die. Keep this, IGP Dampare. Keep this advice from Dr. Ren until the day you die. That consequences are more important than the decision. Don't ever make a decision more important than the consequences. Don't ever make a decision more important than a decision because a decision gives birth to consequences. You see the decisions that you are taking, you see the lies that you are propagating, you see the agenda of deceit, the agenda to take Oliver's liberty away from him. Don't forget that you will face the consequences of tomorrow. And tomorrow, if you are not alive to face it, your sons will face it. And I am telling you, one day, your sons will play this video. And then at your burial, they will play it loud to your hearing that, Daddy, because of your decisions that you took for taking somebody's liberty, somebody's freedom away from him, your sons, one day, only God knows. Karma, they say, await for every man. What a man soweth, so shall he reap. And so I tell you that decisions give birth to consequences. Mr. IGP, people often say that, oh, you make a decision, you got to live with it. That is not true. You don't live with decision, because what happened in a moment, you live with the consequences. IGP, let your sons be aware that the decisions you are taking today as the leader, as the Inspector General of Police of the Ghana Police Service, let your sons be remembered, or remind your sons, or tell them that the decisions that you are taking today, the consequences lies ahead of them. This has been your humble servant, and I will let you know. So before you take life's decision, study the consequences, Mr. IGP. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you get the information right. Do not come and write nonsense to the people of Ghana. Do not joke with the Ghanaians' feelings and emotions, because we respected you when Kufuor appointed you as the Inspector General of Police. But today, we have come to the realization and understanding that you are nothing but a sham, and you are nothing but a fake Inspector General of Police. But I tell you, IGP, this advice, never forget it until the day you die. Consequences are more important than decision. I rest my case. God bless our homeland Ghana. Make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever and ever. No, no, no. Freedom fighters, fix the country forever. We shall remain. God bless all of us. Thank you so much.
Mami wa young one, Ebisana Majawasi, a genius one, Mama Brava sister, and not to more, not to more. Mami wa young one way, Ebisana Majawasi, the genius one, Mama Brava sister, and not to more, not to more. Mami wa young one, Ebisana Majawasi, a genius one, Mama Brava sister, and not to more, not to more. Mami wa young one way, Ebisana Majawasi, the genius one, Mama Brava sister, and not to more, not to Yesu Inyami wa mrembo bia Akaka krabi Akaka krabi Neusu musipi sita Inyami wa mrembo bia